Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about ROGO and what's happening with it here in the Florida Keys, so stick around. Welcome back everybody, my name is Amy Promote and Thomas Cardin, and we are local real estate agents here in the Florida Keys. As always, if you're looking to buy or sell, give us a call. My information should be coming up down there. So today we're going to talk a little bit about ROGO and kind of what's happening with ROGO here in the Florida Keys. I haven't really done any videos on ROGO, but I did write a ton of information on our website, www.movingtothefloridakeys.com. A ton of information on ROGO and just building in general down here, so go check that out. But I will just give you a quick synopsis or introduction to what ROGO is. So when you look up building here in the Keys, you're going to find ROGO right away. And what it stands for is Rate of Growth Ordinance. So basically they're regulating how much growth is here or is happening here on vacant land. If you were to buy a vacant lot here in the Keys, you can't just build on that lot right away. You have to get what they call an allocation. And to get that allocation, you have to go through the ROGO process, which is basically like filling out an application, doing a survey, handing in your plans, and what they do is kind of go through the application. There's a score sheet and they give you a score. So in ROGO, it's a point system, and the more points you have, the faster you get your allocation. So right now there are waiting lists. It's really hard to get an allocation to build on your lot right now. ROGO was created for life safety reasons. They wanted to make sure that people could get out of the islands in like a 24-hour period. So they came up, they did all these models and whatnot, and they said, okay, this many permits can be allocated in the Florida Keys, and that would still allow people to safely get out of the Keys within a 24-hour period. And they kind of gave this number, and then over the years they've been allocating these permits like every quarter to people. So now we're coming to the time when these allocations are about to run out. In Isla Mirada, the allocations have already run out. They don't have any more to give. They have a few administrative permits that they can give. And Marathon, we've got like 6 more months here, and then we're going to be out of allocations. The county, they extended to 2026. They didn't get any more permits. Instead of like issuing like 10 permits, they're now only issuing like 5 a quarter. So they're just kind of slowing down the process. And they're doing this because they know when they stop giving out permits and telling people, hey, you can't build on your land, there's going to be a ton of lawsuits. And they refer to these as the taking lawsuits. And they've been saving up money to try to like fight these lawsuits. They know it's coming, but it's gonna cost probably millions, I think maybe even billions of dollars in lawsuits. So this is all coming down. Now recently, the Keys Weekly, I'm gonna put the link down there, put out an article after a Monroe County Commission meeting. And during that commission meeting, it was suggested that the state possibly give more allocations to Monroe County. We've got about like 8,000 lots that are not built on right now, so 8,000 buildable lots left. And there were hints that the county might give out 8,000 more permits, which is just insane because it's just going to change everything here in terms of the real estate market. This is what I think is going to happen, and you guys, you know, you do your own research and what you think, but it's just insane. If the county gives out those permits, I mean, all those people paid a lot of extra money for ROGO points, land dedication, all of that would have been for a waste. It's going to be crazy. And then right now in Marathon, the cost of a building allocation, if you wanted to buy one, because you can buy one on the open market and not go through the ROGO process. In Marathon, it's like $200,000 for a building allocation, but then the buyer has to pay the transfer fee and all these other fees. So it ends up being about $275,000 for a buyer to get an allocation today. Now, I don't know when the county's going to do this or the state's going to give these allocations, but that's going to change everything. The transferable building rights, which are now, as I said, $200,000, they're not going to be worth that much money. And then for land, what's happening now with land, because we're coming towards the end, like in Marathon, it's so hard to sell a vacant lot in Marathon. Nobody wants it. The buyers are all scared that they're not going to get a building allocation, and they're probably not going to get a building allocation as the way things are right now. And in the county too, because there's a huge line already, and you've got to 2026, which is not that far away. Getting an allocation in the county is really hard. So the value of land has gone down. It's really hard to sell. Now, a lot of people aren't paying attention to this or anything, that the county might give out these more permits, which is, again, I just think it's crazy. So what's going to happen then, like I said, the TBR, the transfer of building rates, those values are going to go down, and I think the value of the land is going to go back up, as it should, because land is so valuable down here in the Keys, because there's just not a lot of it. And what else? Oh, I was thinking, like, if I were to own a lot, I would probably keep my lot. So if you're not going to do anything with your vacant lot right now, and you don't have to sell it, I would probably hold on to it and see, what's going to happen, because right now selling land is so hard. And if they're going to give out these allocations, then your land just became more valuable. So that's kind of like what's going on with ROGO. Again, I think they're going to end up giving more allocations. I don't think the county has the money to fund all of those lawsuits that are going to happen. And yeah, so it's just crazy. I think it's crazy. I wanted you guys to know about it. It's really important. I think it's going to affect real estate a lot down here. So I hope that helps. I know I didn't go a lot into ROGO before, so again, just check out the website. I've got everything about ROGO down there, and you guys can take a look at it there. But all right, Amy and Tom with Coldwell Banker. Have a good one.